Hi guys, I want to give you guys just a couple of scriptures because the Lord has me in Proverbs. I've been reading Proverbs for like 4 days now, and I like to play it in the morning while I'm getting ready. So I want to read this to you guys, and I just want to give you guys words of encouragement, and I also want to share some wisdom with you, okay? This is Proverbs 14, and this is verse 22. Do not those who plot evil go astray, but those who plan what is good find love and faithfulness. Proverbs 15, verse 2. The tongue of the wise adorns knowledge, but the mouth of the fool gushes folly. This is Proverbs 15, verse 14. The discerning heart seeks knowledge, but the mouth of a fool feeds on folly. Number 15, verse 21. Folly brings joy to one who has no sense, but whoever has understanding keeps a straight course. Now this is Proverbs 16, verse 28 and 29. A preserved person stirs out conflict, and gossip separates close friends. A violent person entices their neighbor and leads them down the path that is not good. Number 17, verse 4. A wicked person listens to deceitful lips. A liar pays attention to a destructive tongue. Jesus. That is a very serious one. And then this is number 17, verse 13. Evil will never leave the house of the one who pays back evil for good. And number 20 is, one whose heart is corrupt does not prosper. One whose tongue is preserved falls into trouble. And this is number 18, verse 8. The words of gossip are like choice morsels. They go down to the inmost parts. Number 19, verse 5. A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will not go free. Now, so the reason why I'm saying this is because there's so many people out there that have fallen victim and have came into agreement with the mouths of mockers, with the mouths of liars, with deceitful people who are not upright. And just like myself, who has been slandered, lied on in this community and outside this community, I'm pretty sure many of you guys have experienced the same thing. I've also wrote about in my book a lot of what I went through pertaining to my testimony, pertaining to this, right? And what people don't understand, and I'm going to give you guys words of wisdom. God does not sleep. He has eyes everywhere. He can see what I do. He can see what you do. And he can see what everybody else does. And if you are someone that is not aware of what the truth is pertaining to a person or a situation, always go to God and ask God to reveal the truth to you. The worst thing to do is to come into agreement with a liar. Because just like all of us, we've been through a lot of trials and tribulations. A lot of us go through warfare. A lot of us are victims of witchcraft, including myself, right? A lot of us, we don't want to make things worse for ourselves. We don't. That's the worst thing you want to do when you are someone that's been under affliction for a long time. You want to prosper. You want to be happy. You want to be at peace. You want to be stress-free. So the worst thing to do is to fall into the trap of the enemy and to come into agreement with a false witness, with a liar, with a jealous person, with a mocker, someone with deceitful lips. And the reason for this is because once you come into agreement with people like that, you put a blockage, you put a stronghold on your own blessings, on your own breakthrough. This is the case if you come up against anybody, whether it be an anointed, whether it be a prophet, whether it just be someone that you don't know that's innocent. They don't even have to be an anointed, a prophet. The point of the matter is, you being a child of God, you should know better than to come into agreement with a lying tongue, with a lying spirit. The Bible says in Proverbs 17, that a wicked person listens to lying lips, okay? It also says here, a liar pays attention to a destructive tongue. So you have to ask yourself this question, are you a liar? Are you a wicked person? if you're not a liar and you're not a wicked person, but you end up coming into agreement with a liar, with a wicked person, you end up becoming a liar as well, because you end up becoming what? A false witness. Meaning, just like the false witness and just like the lying tongue, you will be held accountable as well. If you have been doing a lot of work, you've been fasting, you've been praying, you've been trying to get things right with God, and then you come into agreement with somebody who has not been doing that, with somebody who knows they're being wicked, with somebody who knows they're being deceitful, you just placed a stronghold on your own life. The Bible says that God will only bless the upright, right? So anytime you hear anything about anybody or a situation, always go back to God pertaining to the situation to ensure that you don't come into agreement with liars and deceivers, okay? You don't have to ever pick a side. You don't ever have to go back and forth. The best thing to always do is to go to God and get confirmation, get into the quiet place, and God will always reveal the truth, okay? I just want to share these words of wisdom with you guys because I've seen so many people block their own blessings because they came into agreement with liars and deceivers. Then they wonder why things are not moving ahead in their life, and this is the reason why. I'm sharing this with you guys to show you guys the importance of why you have to test every spirit, okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.